If you listen close, you can hear a collective sigh coming from the Valley as the Suns take the 3-2 lead over the New Orleans Pelicans, the 1 seed out west. Now just 1 game away from moving on in what has been an unexpectedly closely contested series. 112-97 is the final as Phoenix really just kept New Orleans at arm's length throughout. Mikal Bridges leading the way with 31 points. Chris Paul spectacular in his double-double effort, 22 points, 11 assists. Phoenix led by as many as 18, but it is a 15-point winner when all said and done. The coach, Avery Johnson, here to break this one down. Coach, after what we saw earlier in the night on Tuesday, this one had a sleepy tone, if you will. And I don't say that in a negative manner because that might have been exactly what the Suns needed at this moment in this series. Just really a comprehensive effort out of them in this win. Your initial reaction is what?
My initial reaction, the Suns did a masterful job specifically with shooting the three-point shot. They knew they were going to get out-rebounded. But they won this game because of their three-point shooting and because their bench play kept it close in terms of the bench production from the Pelicans. We know Alvarado's been coming off the bench. He was exceptional. And then the main thing is the star of the show tonight was Mikal Bridges, both offensively and defensively. With his shooting, his defense on Ingram and McCollum, 4 block shots. He had a career high in points in the playoffs. He looked like a player that deserved a contract in the offseason. And it paid dividends for him. So contributions from the bench. Chris Paul has some timely shots, even though he struggled for a large part of the second half after he looked like he was out of gas in the first half. But Mikal Bridges was extraordinary. And also, look at campaign. That first quarter, that campaign, those 7 points, even though he picked up 3 fouls, that 7 points ignited the Suns offensively, especially with CP3 needing to get off the ball a little bit. So fabulous win. This time during the year in the playoffs, there are no bad wins. They all are.
Coach, how much of this was this Suns team learning how to play without Devin Booker? Because they've had to do that at moments throughout the season, but never with this sort of pressure out in front of him. Booker's a guy who takes 21 shots on average per game. Those are possessions that need to end in a different way when that guy is not there. Did you see them sort of learning the paces without their sharpshooter?
Yeah, and I also saw them allowing other guys, not named Chris Paul, to bring the ball up the floor a little bit more. You saw Cam Johnson with a thunderous dunk there at the end. Mikal Bridges brought it up. Obviously, campaign. Even Holiday got in and bounced in a 3 in the first half. When they went back to Chris Paul trying to bring the ball up the floor, they got an 8-second violation and that proceeded to Chris Paul getting a technical foul. So give the Suns coaching staff credit, trying to get Chris Paul off the ball a little bit more. DeAndre Ayton rolled to the basket, got some deeper post-up catches. They tried their version of the Twin Towers. It was okay when they played JaVale McGee and DeAndre Ayton, and they backed them up with Biyombo. So lots of adjustments from the Suns. They were scrapping and scrambling, just trying to get this back to a game 6 where they would have a 3-2 lead and mission accomplished from that standpoint for the Phoenix Suns.
Coach, to put it in your terms, or in the words that you often use, the Suns are still an andouille short of a real gumbo without their guy in Devin Booker, but it's enough of that ready rice to get the job done. Will they get it done in 6? Or do you see this thing coming back for 7?
Well, they're short andouille sausage, shrimp, and blueprint. Okay.
Okay. All the good stuff.
Yeah, but if the Suns play the type of basketball on both ends of the floor, more of a balanced game, they're going to have to rebound the ball in New Orleans. But if they shoot the 3 at the high rate that they shot the 3 tonight, they'll have a chance to finish off the Pelicans in 6 games, but they're going to have to rebound the basketball a little bit better. Look for the Pelicans to potentially make an adjustment in their starting lineup. They're not getting much, especially from a 3-point shooting standpoint, when you start a center at the 4 spot and then you have Herb Jones at a 3 spot. you're not getting any three-point shooting from those guys. So that's allowing the Suns to trap Brandon Ingram a little bit more and force him to find one of those guys on the perimeter. So let's see if Coach Green has something in his back pocket where he's going to make an adjustment to his starting lineup. Maybe get Alvarado in the lineup to give them another three-point shooter.
The Suns will take the 3-2 series lead down to New Orleans. The Eaton is always good when Avery Johnson's at the table. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, here's a look at that series schedule. Suns can end it in Game 6 on Thursday in New Orleans. If necessary, we'll come back to the Valley on Saturday.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.